Hello, Americans and other friends and subscribers around the world. Actually, I guess it would be good evening. We had a friend have an idea of doing some videos, a series that DIY Camper, Kevin at DIY Camper, you can check out his videos and stuff.
That's a nice name.
Yeah, nice name. I like that name. But he had an idea. We'd actually had other people asking us, how we'd met, and people telling us they loved our stories and stuff like that. So his idea was to do a series of videos of our life or whatever, or how we ended up. Yeah, just stories. So we're just going to call it the story of us. And we're going to start a little series here and see how it goes. So where do we want to start, Miss Kitty?
Well, how we met.
Okay, well, you're the best one at telling all that. Okay, so go.
Well, I was a freshman in 10th grade. 10th grade.
Freshman's ninth grade.
Okay. So I'm getting a little old.
And we think we might have got babysat together at a place called the Spa when we
were little.
Yeah,
both of our mothers had memberships at Total Woman.
Yeah. No, it was called the Spa in Boise.
But they had a daycare, and we both remember going to the daycare and eating saltine crackers.
Yep. And
yeah.
Anyway,
so first year of high school, first dance of the year, I was there, and I saw him laying against the wall, and I of course, instant attraction. And I kept an eye on him through the next couple of weeks at school. And one day, a girlfriend of mine were walking. I think we might have told the story once, but that's okay. The high school that I went to, there's a little convenience store just a block away. So off campus, we could walk across the street. So she and I walked across there, and well, these two boys were following us. Yeah, he was one of them. Followed us all the way over to the store, and through the store, and then back out of the store. And on the way back, I had bought some pistachios. So I knew he wasn't going to say anything. So I just stopped on the sidewalk and turned around. And by then, he had taken a couple steps closer to us, so he was really close. He says, "Do you mind opening my pistachios for me?" And he did. And
that's not exactly how I remember it.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, how do you remember it?
I was pretty close to that, but I was. We have done this. We actually have done a video on this because I remember because I was telling you because I was just hungry.
Oh, you just happened to be behind.
Yeah, there actually is.
And you
so there's these cute girls you follow behind.
Out
That's
of the store.
That's right. So then from there.
So from there, that didn't go anywhere, and that was it. That was it. He opened my pistachios, and I went on my way. And at the same dance, a young man had asked me to dance, and I danced with him, and somebody I didn't know. And he was a nice guy, but there was no fireworks or anything. So later in the school year, there was a football game, and my same girlfriend and I were at the football game, and she told me that there was a boy that wanted to talk to me. So she said, "You need to sit down here on the bleachers and close your eyes, and then he's going to come sit down next to you." And of course, I had my hopes of who it would be. So I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, it was the boy that had asked me to dance at the dance, who was a really nice guy, but there were no fireworks. And when I opened my eyes and saw him, I just know that I probably had a pretty let down look on my face. But when I looked over to my left to see who was sitting next to him, it was him. And so the four of us, my girlfriend, I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Sean?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Was it Sean?
Yeah, I think that's the only time I hung out with him, and after that, he didn't like me anymore.
I wonder why. So the four of us spent the next hour or so talking at the football game and decided to leave the football game and just walk. So in Boise, there's a greenbelt, and we went to Capitol High School, and Capitol High School at the time held all of their games at BSU, which is now
stadium,
huge, but at the time it was much smaller. because this was a few years ago. And so we took a walk down the Greenbelt, and the Greenbelt is right along the Boise River, just beautiful, really nice. And out of the four of us, we just kind of broke off into pairs, and I ended up walking with Kevin. And that's when he asked me to go steady.
To go steady.
Yeah. It was the 21st of October.
Yeah. And then a week later is when you broke up with me because your friends didn't like you? But they did?
Something like that.
You don't want to talk about that part?
You can tell that part because that part's not important to me.
She broke up with me because her friends didn't like me, but then it turned out...
My friends liked him too much.
Yeah, that I ended up going out with the friend that didn't like him.
Yeah. But that's okay because we,
Yep, so then it ended up, and then, so then we ended up... She found me again. I was down cruising Maine, downtown Boise. It was the big thing, which is most little towns, which now I guess they can only do one or two laps around town or whatever. I used to hang out
back in the good old days.
Used to hang out on a newspaper stand.
It was his corner.
Yeah. my leather jacket and my steel-toed boots on a bicycle. So then... What was it, the next year, so we started going out again, and then we were going out, and I went and made a trip to go visit my father, against my better judgment.
In another state?
Yeah, in another state, in Oregon, Southern Oregon. Went to visit him, and got over there, and didn't come back for a couple of years. 2 or 3 years.
5.
Was it 5 years? I don't know. That's 5 years. Anyway. So then, time passed, and
life went on.
Life went on, and Miss Kitty moved over to San Francisco, and I was in Oregon. And finally decided to come back to Idaho. Moved back to Idaho and went to work here and stuff. And on, what was it? 20 day after Christmas?
29th.
The day after Christmas, 1989?
No, it was the 29th.
The 29th.
Of December.
This video is going to cut off before we even get in here. So, anyway, I'm at a bar called the Bouquet Club in downtown Boise. And it was a hopping place, man. It was just standing room. I mean, shoulder to shoulder. It's unexplainable if you've ever been anywhere like that. I mean, shoulder to shoulder. And, of course, I was back in my drinking days, man, and I was loaded. And, went up to the bar to get a drink. So I'm squeezing myself in, man. I get my drink, pay the guy, and as I turn around from the bar, and I'm talking this place, man, standing room only, and as I turn around, there's a gap between, probably 6 feet, and there's nobody but Miss Kitty standing there. It was the craziest thing ever,
yeah.
And she'd just flown in from San Francisco to visit her sister, and her sister, I guess, had seen me at the bar and told her when she got off the plane, there's somebody you got to see, and she wasn't even 21, she's only 20.
Yeah, and I had gotten off work at the time. I was working at a bank, and I was wearing a dress suit, and just brought 3 days worth of clothes with me, and I was not planning on even coming to Boise until that same day at lunchtime. I had just this, I had to go to Boise. I had to come home. So I, on my lunch hour, called and made reservations for the plane, made arrangements to get to the airport, and I did not want to go to the bar. But I'm not a bar person. But she forced me.
Yep, so then from there and from that night,
I didn't go back to California.
Yeah, she never went back to California.
Still haven't been back there.
Yeah, don't plan on going back anytime soon either.
No.
But that was in 1989. So it wasn't no 5 years. Was it? 4 3/4.
80.
Anyway, and back when we were teenagers, or when we were going out in high school, you know, we didn't go into all the depths and stuff of when we were going out, but you know, it was always our dream. We always talked about, you know, camping and fishing, of course, was our dream of that, you know, going camping, fishing
Spending
together.
time up in the hills.
Yep, and then from there, then when we got back together in '89, which was almost 1990, and we got married in 1990, and our dream has always been to have a chunk of land that was ours, and you know, do what we're doing now. Maybe, of course, your dream from 1990 to reality, you know, it takes you a long time to get there, but
yeah, but don't
you
ever
know.
give up on whatever your dream is.
Mhm.